Good afternoon. Today's date is September 23rd, 2011, and I'm Nick Nielsen. Homecoming is next Friday already. The Hesperia Panthers will be playing the Lakeview Wildcats. The game starts at 7 p.m. Float building discussions are well underway. Talk to your advisors if you are interested in participating. Dress up days for Spirit Week are in. Here they are. Monday's class color day. Freshmen's white, sophomore black, juniors red, seniors green. Tuesday's camo day. Wednesday was gender bender day, but is now fashion disaster day. Thursday's hex day, yellow and blue. Friday's green and white. And now, off to Anna with the local news.
This is Anna with your local news. This week I had the opportunity to sit down with our very own superintendent.
Welcome to the Hesperia News, Mr. House.
Well, thank you for inviting me today.
Since this is your first year here at Hesperia, we want to ask you a few questions and get to know you a little better. First off, are there going to be any major changes here at Hesperia?
At this point in time, I don't see any big changes coming.
Okay. What are your goals over Hesperia for the next 5 years?
Well, I think, first of all, as I look at things and start to put a long-range plan together, obviously one is going to be student achievement, and we're looking at that already with our staff and our curriculum and our alignment of curriculum, and making sure students are ready when they leave Hesperia Community Schools and go on to the next phase of their life. So that'll be probably my biggest goal for right now.
Okay. What are your past educational experiences?
It's a great question. I've been in education for 23 years. I spent 22 years at Freeport Community Schools, 14 years as a mathematics teacher at the high school level, and then the last 8 years, 8 to 9 years as a high school principal. So, and that's been my experience. I've been in one place, and now I'm here in Hesperia.
What do you think of the students here?
Students are outstanding. I mean, this group here, and obviously all the students from kindergarten up to 12th grade, I've had an opportunity to meet a number of them, not all of them, but so far it's been really good.
You came from Fruitport, correct?
That is correct.
What are the differences between Fruitport and Hesperia?
You know, there are a lot of similarities as far as between Fruitport and Hesperia. Fruitport is what I would consider to be a bedroom community. Hesperia, to me, is a bedroom community. Not a lot of industry in the community. The school is a focus point, whether you're here in Hesperia or whether you're in Fruitport. So there are a lot of similarities. There's not very many differences.
Okay. Do you feel that people in Hesperia have acclimated to you as our new superintendent?
Well, I hope so. I think so. Obviously, I believe the staff has. I'm still making my presence known in the community, getting myself out in the community, still learning, getting out and seeing students and in the hallways and stopping in some classrooms too. So, like I said, I hope so.
Yeah. What do you expect from the students?
Well, I expect them to come every day. I expect them to perform, whether in the classroom or whether extracurricular activities. You know, I want to make Hesperia Community Schools the best educational experience for all students that attend here.
Why did you become a superintendent?
Well, it's when I earned my master's degree in educational leadership through Western Michigan University. One of my long-range goals was to become a high school principal or an administrator. And then once I achieved that goal, another goal that I had set for myself was to become superintendent and be able to oversee the total operations of a school district. And so, and here I am now. So,
what are the differences between being a principal and a superintendent?
Well, you know, as a principal, you're in charge of a lot of different things, and as a superintendent, you're in charge of even more. So here at Hesperia, the superintendent wears a lot of hats, and so you know, there's a lot of similarities to being a high school principal and a superintendent, but I think you have a lot more responsibility in seeing the overall operations. Obviously, as a high school principal, you're not in charge of transportation. You know, as the superintendent, you are. So the fiscal responsibility of the district you're in charge of. So there are some additional responsibilities, but there's also a lot of similarities too.
What do you feel the greatest challenge at Hesperia is?
Well, I think there's probably one big challenge, and it's a challenge that's across the entire state, and that's obviously the funding for education. And we've been very fortunate here to not have to cut staff, where if you look around in surrounding communities, they've had to eliminate teachers, which is a bad thing.
Yeah.
And so our Board of Education has done a wonderful job in maintaining a fund balance and maintaining staff. And so I think as we look to the future, that's probably going to be the biggest challenge, is the fiscal responsibility. So it's obviously not my intent to eliminate staff, because obviously we want teachers in front of students and not big class sizes, even though we have some at the high school level. It's probably what you have experienced. But we want to try to reduce those.
Do you enjoy the environment here at Hesperia?
I love the environment. I like the small community. I like the small classes, seniors, and from what I've been told anyways, the 80 to 90 students. I don't know if that's exactly correct. Maybe a little.
Freshman's class is a bit bigger.
It's a big,
Yeah.
okay. I come from classes between 250 to 300 as far as my previous district, so I like the smaller community of all the kids.
Definitely. Well, Mr. Haas, thank you for joining us, and we wish you the best.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you inviting me.
Wait, where'd it go? Oh, thanks again, Mr. Haas, and back to you, Nick.
Thanks, Anna, and a special thanks to Mr. Haas. If you haven't heard yet, the homecoming court was announced this week. For freshmen, it's Dana Arnold, Emily Gowan, Sam McNeil, and Brad Anderson. Sophomores are Desi and Alexis Castile, Dylan Drake, Zach Yates. For juniors are Darby Baykowski, Andy Vanderstelt, Gilbert Castile, and Kyle Stanek. And for seniors are Ashwood Rivera, Jessica Cromley, Paige Shearsma, Dylan Sibley, Danny Lash, and Lucas Irish. Now we're off to Lizzie with the World News.
Hello, I'm Lizzie, and this is the World News. Across parts of Australia, reports have been pouring in of strange voices chattering high in the treetops, mysterious, nonsensical conversations in English. But while this phenomenon is certainly quite odd, its explanation isn't paranormal. It turns out that escaped pet birds, namely parrots and cockatoos, have begun teaching their wild bird counterparts a bit of language that they have picked up from their time in captivity. And according to witnesses, that includes more than a few swear words. Dania Sladek, an ornithologist from the Australian Museum, says that some birds are just natural mimickers, able to acquire new sounds based on things they hear around them. For birds kept as pets, these sounds tend to mirror the human language, but that influence doesn't cease even after said birds escape or are released back into the wild. Once back in their natural environments, these chatty ex-pets eventually join with the wild birds, who in turn start picking up new words and sounds. The remnants of that language also eventually gets passed along to the escaped bird's offspring, much like it does for humans. In other news, the U.S. military officially dropped the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy on Tuesday. That's the World News. Now back to you, Nick.
Thanks, Lizzie. For the World News, Hesperia said goodbye to Mrs. O'Connell this week. She was the PACE site coordinator for 2.5 years. She was a brilliant addition to Hesperia High School. We all wish her best of luck as she goes to Fremont. And now we're off to sports with Haley Flannery.
Hi, I'm Haley, and this is sports. The girls' cross-country team won the MSU Invitational last Friday, and the boys took 7th. Congratulations. The girls' cross-country team also won the conference meet at Central Montcalm, and the boys' team took 2nd. Both varsity and JV volleyball teams lost their match on Wednesday, but the games were very close. Nice try, girls. The varsity football team won last Friday against Big Rapids. That's sports. Back to you, Nick.
Thanks, Haley. I'd like to wish a few cast members a happy birthday. Anna Klimvitz turned 15 yesterday, and Travis Tozer and Mike Cedar will be celebrating their birthdays on Sunday. If you missed Quiz Bowl sign-ups, you can still go talk to Mr. Hussey today. Juniors interested in taking the PSAT need to sign up in the office ASAP. Space is limited. Also, last year's yearbooks are available from Mrs. Smith. The price is $43. Thanks, everyone, and have a great weekend.
It's been a really messed up week. 7 days of torture, 7 days of bitter, and my girlfriend went and cheated on me. She's a California dime, but it's time for me to quit her. La la la, whatever. La la la, it doesn't matter. La la la, oh well. if I'll make it, but watch how good I'll fake it. It's alright, alright, tonight, tonight. I woke up with a strange tattoo. Not sure how I got it, not $1 in my pocket, and it kinda looks just like you. Mixed with Zach Galifianakis. La la la, whatever. La la la, it doesn't matter. La la la, oh well. La la la.